Shalom and welcome to Who is Yahuah. Thank you for joining me as we gather today's portion from the scriptures. Today's reading is Barashyth, Genesis chapters 48 through 50. Barashyth, Genesis chapter 48. After these events, it was told to Yahusaph, "See, your father is ill." So he took his two sons, Manashah and Aphraym, with him. Yaqab was informed, "See, your son Yahusaph is coming to you." So Yashar'Al gathered his strength and sat up on the bed. Yaqab said to Yahusaph, "Al-Shaddai appeared to me at Luz in the land of Canaan and blessed me and said, 'See, I will make you fruitful, increase you, and make you a company of peoples, and give this land to your descendants after you as an everlasting possession.' Now your two sons, Aphraym and Manashah, born to you in the land of Mitzrayim, before I came to you in Mitzrayim, are mine, as Ra'uban and Shamuth are mine. Any children born to you after them will be yours. They will be called by the names of their brothers and their inheritance. As for me, when I came from Padan, Rachel died in my sorrow in the land of Canaan on the way, while there was still some distance to go to Ephrath. I buried her there on the way to Ephrath, also known as Beth Lacham. Yashar'Al saw Yahusaph's sons and asked, 'Who are these?' Yahusaph answered his father, 'They are my sons, whom Alahym has given me here.' Yashar'Al said, 'Please bring them to me, so I may bless them.' The eyes of Yashar'Al were dim from age, so he could not see well. Yahusaph brought them near, and Yashar'Al kissed and embraced them. Yashar'Al said to Yahusaph, 'I never expected to see your face again, but Alahym has also shown me your children.' Yahusaph brought them from between his knees and bowed with his face to the ground. Yahusaph took them both, with Aphraym in his right hand toward Yashar'Al's left, and Manashah in his left hand toward Yashar'Al's right, and brought them close to him. But Yashar'Al stretched out his right hand and laid it on Aphraym's head. Even though Manashah was the firstborn, he blessed Yahusaph and said, 'The Alahym before whom my fathers Abraham and Yitzchak walked, the Alahym who has been my shepherd all my life to this day, the messenger who has redeemed me from all harm, bless these boys. Let my name be on them, and the name of my fathers Abraham and Yitzchak. May they grow into a multitude on the earth.' When Yahusaph saw his father lay his right hand on Aphraym's head, it displeased him. So he took hold of his father's hand to move it to Manashah's head. Yahusaph said, 'Not so, my father, for this one is the firstborn. Place your right hand on his head.' But his father refused and said, 'I know, my son, I know. He too will become a people, and he too will be great. Yet his younger brother will be greater, and his descendants will become a multitude of nations.' So he blessed them that day, saying, 'In you Yashar'Al will bless, saying, May Alahym make you like Aphraym and Manashah.' Thus he set Aphraym before Manashah. Yashar'Al said to Yahusaph, 'See, I am dying, but Alahym will be with you and bring you back to the land of your fathers. To you I give one portion more than your brothers, which I took from the hand of the Amori with my sword and my bow.'" Barashyth, Genesis chapter 49. Then Yaqab called his sons and said, "Gather together so that I may tell you what will happen in the last days. Assemble and listen. Sons of Yaqab, listen to Yashar'Al, your father. Ra'uban, you are my firstborn, my strength, the first fruits of my manhood, excelling in dignity and power, unstable as water. You shall not excel, for you went up to your father's bed and defiled it. He went up to my couch. Shamuth and Louis are brothers. Their swords are implements of violence. Let my soul not enter their council. Let my honor not be united with their assembly. For in their anger they killed men, and in their self-will they hamstrung oxen. Cursed be their anger, for it is fierce, and their wrath, for it is cruel. I will scatter them in Yaqab and disperse them in Yashar'Al. Yehudah, your brothers will praise you. Your hand will be on the neck of your enemies. Your father's children will bow down before you. Yehudah is a lion's cub from the prey. My son, you have gone up. He stooped down. He crouched like a lion. And as a lion, who dares rouse him? The scepter will not depart from Yehudah, nor the ruler's staff from between his feet, until Shilu comes, and to him will be the obedience of the peoples. He binds the donkey to the vine, and his donkey's colt to the choice vine. He has washed his garments in wine, his robes in the blood of grapes. His eyes are darker than wine, and his teeth whiter than milk. Zabulun will dwell by the seashore and be a haven for ships. His border will be toward Sidon. Yashakar is a strong donkey, lying down between two burdens. He saw that the rest was good and the land was pleasant. He bowed his shoulder to bear and became a servant under forced labor. Dan will provide justice for his people as one of the tribes of Yashar'Al. Dan will be a serpent by the roadside, a viper along the path that bites the horse's heels so that its rider falls backward. I have waited for your salvation, O Yahuah. God, raiders will raid him, but he will raid at their heels. Ashar's food will be rich, and he will provide royal delicacies. Naphtali is a doe set free, bearing fruitful fawns. Yahusaph is a fruitful tree by a spring. His branches run over the wall. The archers have bitterly attacked him, shot at him, and harassed him, but his bow remained strong, and the arms of his hands were made strong by the hands of the mighty one of Yaqab. From there is the shepherd, the rock of Yashar'Al, by the Alahym of your father who will help you, and by the Almighty who will bless you with blessings of the Shamim above, blessings of the deep that lies beneath, blessings of the breast and of the womb. The blessing of your father have surpassed the blessings of my ancestors, the delights of the everlasting hills. They will be on the head of Yahusaph, on the crown of the one set apart from his brothers. Benjamin as a ravenous wolf. In the morning he devours the prey, and at evening he divides the plunder. All these are the 12 tribes of Yashar'Al, and this is what their father said to them as he blessed them, giving each a blessing appropriate to him. He commanded them, saying, I am to be gathered to my people. Bury me with my fathers in the cave that is in the field of Machpelah, which is near Mamre, in the land of Canaan, which Abraham bought with the field from Aphraym the Hittite for a burial place. There they buried Yitzchak and Rabkah, his wife, and there I buried Leah. The field and the cave that is in it were purchased from the sons of Chath. When Yaqab finished giving instructions to his sons, he drew his feet up into the bed, breathed his last, and was gathered to his people. Barashyth, Genesis chapter 50. Yahusaph threw himself upon his father, wept over him, and kissed him. Yahusaph instructed the physicians in the service to embalm his father, so the physicians embalmed Yashar'Al. 40 days were required for this, for that is how long embalming takes. And the Matzrim wept for him 70 days. When the days of weeping for him were past, Yahusaph spoke to Pharaoh's household, saying, If now I have found favor in your eyes, please speak in the hearing of Pharaoh, saying, My father made me swear, saying, I am dying. Bury me in my grave, which I dug for myself in the land of Canaan. Now, please let me go up and bury my father, and then I will return. Pharaoh said, Go up and bury your father, as he made you swear. So Yahusaph went up to bury his father, and with him went up all of Pharaoh's servants, the elders of his house, and all the elders of the land of Matzrim, along with all the household of Yahusaph, his brothers, and his father's household. Only their children, flocks, and herds were left in the land of Goshen. Both chariots and horsemen went up with him. It was a very large company. When they came to the threshing floor of Atad, which is beyond the Yarden, they mourned there with a great and solemn lamentation. Yahusaph observed 7 days of mourning for his father. When the inhabitants of the land, the Canaanite, saw the mourning at the threshing floor of Atad, they said, This is a grievous mourning by the Matzrim. Therefore, the place was named Abal Matzrim, which is beyond the Yarden. So Yaqab's sons did as he commanded them. They carried him to the land of Canaan and buried him in the cave of the field of Machpelah, near Mamre, which Abraham bought along with the field as a burial place from Aphraym the Hittite. After he had buried his father, Yahusaph returned to Matzrimah with his brothers and all who had gone up with him to bury his father. When Yahusaph's brothers saw that their father was dead, they said, What if Yahusaph holds a grudge against us and repays us for all the evil we did to him? So they sent a message to Yahusaph, saying, Before your father died, he gave this command, Tell Yahusaph, please forgive the offense of your brothers and their sin, because they did evil to you. Now, please forgive the offense of the servants of the Alahym of your father. Yahusaph wept when they spoke to him. His brothers came and threw themselves before him, saying, See, we are your servants. Yahusaph said to them, Do not be afraid. Am I in the place of Alahym? As for you, you meant evil against me, but Alahym meant it for good, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. So do not fear. I will provide for you and your little ones. He reassured them and spoke kindly to them. Yahusaph stayed in Matzrim, his and his father's household. Yahusaph lived 110 years. He saw Aphraym's children to the third generation. Also, the children of Makri, son of Manashah, were brought up on Yahusaph's knees. Yahusaph said to his brothers, I am about to die, but Alahym will surely visit you and bring you out of this land, to the land he promised on oath to Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaqab. Yahusaph made the children of Yashar'Al swear, saying, Alahym will surely visit you, and you must carry my bones up from here. So Yahusaph died at the age of 110 years. They embalmed him, and he was placed in a coffin in Matzrim. Thank you for joining me to gather today's portion. May we continue seeking Yahuah through his word and growing in the knowledge of him one day at a time until Yahusha gathers us. Shalom.